just to let her know that I am deeply grateful for all the work that this subcommittee has done in regard to this matter. Does anyone seek recognition for any brief comments before we adjourn?
Mr. Chairman.
Ms.
Chairman.
Sanchez.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As the chairwoman of the Subcommittee on Commercial and Administrative Law, we obviously have been handling this topic since the beginning. And I want to say that when we held the hearing with 6 of the 8 fired U.S. attorneys earlier this year on March 6th, since that time, clearly the controversy over the firings have escalated. We have received shifting explanations from the administration officials on why the U.S. attorneys were fired, including some very troubling evidence that U.S. attorneys may have been fired because of their roles in ongoing public corruption investigations. And despite the considerable information that we've learned, we are still missing a very large piece of the puzzle, and that is the role of the White House in these firings. Ms. Goodling, the chief liaison between the White House and the Department of Justice, is at the very core of this controversy. We know from testimony and documents that we've already received that Ms. Goodling coordinated closely with Kyle Sampson, the Attorney General's Chief of Staff, and others in developing the plan to fire U.S. attorneys who were not loyal Bushies. We know that she frequently interacted with high-level White House and Department of Justice officials in an effort to gather information about individual U.S. attorneys who might be placed on the firing list. We also know that Deputy Attorney General Paul McNulty has alleged that Ms. Goodling misinformed him prior to his testimony before the Senate Judiciary Committee, and that Ms. Goodling participated in a prep session at the White House the night before Associate Deputy Attorney General William Michela testified before this committee. There's no question that Ms. Goodling's testimony is essential to our efforts in uncovering the rationale behind the firing of the U.S. attorneys and what led to misrepresentations to the Congress about them. And I would sincerely hope that my colleagues on the other side of the aisle will help this committee obtain the truth and facts by supporting the authorization for the subpoena and the granting of immunity. And with that, I yield back the balance of my time.
Thank you. I'm